said at your working class if they went to boarding school.
But I told you that my roots are working class. So let me get this straight. You assumed that I was middle class because of the way I spoke and because I went to boarding school.
Yeah.
Isn't it a bit closed-minded to think that?
Yes.
Well, to be honest, I mean, the first time I heard you speak, I just immediately assumed that you were working class.
Oh, I'm the authentic voice of the people. I am, Sunshine.
What is the authentic voice of the people?
I don't know. It's somewhere between Port Talbot and Rotherham.
Well, anyway, why don't we just scrap pigeonholing and settle for two ordinary nice guys doing a show?
Two guys doing a show.
Yes.
Two nice guys doing a show. Doing a show. Two guys doing a show.
Ben?
Sorry, carry on.
Well, as I was saying, I went on to do my A-levels at boarding school, and I completely failed my A-levels, and I left boarding school with nothing to my name but a motorbike licence, because I always wanted to ride a motorbike, and I get on it, and I rev it up. I'm speeding down the highway, veering right, veering left, going straight ahead. This is the time of my life. The wind's in my face. Suddenly a car pulls out and I hit it. And I'm in the hospital. And my head feels really weary. I'm fading back. I can see a white light.
Clear!
And I'm up again. And this pale, shrouded figure comes towards me. It's the doctor. And he says, Owen.
Yeah, I broke that leg whilst doing a parachute jump, that bone there. I would say it hurt, but I can't honestly remember because I was on morphine, which was a strange experience. True story.
Got a summer job in a hotel. And I was working as a waiter. I was on the breakfast shift one morning, and I was the only person working on the shift, and it was absolutely jam-packed. I was rushed off my feet, taking the orders, taking food out, clearing tables, laying them up, and I was absolutely shattered come the end of the shift. But just as everyone leaves, this guy comes back in. He puts his hand in his pocket, and he says, hey, put that in your pocket. And it's a £10 tip.
I passed my 5 metre swimming certificate.
Well, I can run the 200 metres in 20 seconds flat.
I used to be able to run 3 miles in under 25 minutes.
Ran a half marathon in under 2 hours.
I shot Bambi's mother.
Really?
No.
I once did a parachute jump with a hand over one eye and one leg tied up.
Really?
No, not really.
My parents are both deaf.
I'm part Native American.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
No, not really.
Do you have a driver's license?
No.
Neither do I.
Thing is, I've always preferred the bus.
Oh, me too, I would prefer the bus. Do you know what the bus is? It's the stretched limo of the working classes.
I like that. I've never heard that before, but I do like it.
Do you know what the double-decker is?
What?
That's the stretched limo of the working classes.
I do like the bus, because if you think about it, it's actually cheaper than owning a car.
Well, the thing is, before you can actually drive the car, you've got to pay for the lessons, and then you've actually got to buy a car, and then insurance, tax, fuel duty, blah, blah. You're better off just getting on the bus in the first place.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about the bus, though, is when it's absolutely packed. There's a person sat on the seat and they put their bag on the seat next to them.
Yeah, and then when you ask them to move the bag, they look at you like you farted.
Yeah, no, I can't stand that. And it happens on the train as well.
Yeah.
The thing is, I always seem to get the nutter who sits next to me on the bus.
Oh, that's me. I like to sit on the bus and do my Sudoku and just cough indiscriminately at people.
Really?
No. I do like Sudoku, though.
I've never done Sudoku.
No, it's really easy. If it was a bit more like life, everything, you could kind of work out where things were meant to go and what you're meant to do. Why should we all like Sudoku?
Huh? What do you know?
A prayer for the reign of the king. O God, the ruler over earth and sea, grant us thy guidance in the reign to be. Grant that our king may make this ancient land a land of brothers working mind and hand. To make the life of man a fairer thing, God grant this living glory to the king. Grant to our queen the strength that lifts and shares the daily burden that a monarch bears. Grant to them both thy holy help to give, the hopeless hope, the worthless means to live. The skill to see, the skill to make us see, where ways are bad, what better ways to be. And grace give to working minds the zest to reach excelling things beyond their best. Grant them peace, and thy diviner peace, the joy of making human wars to cease. Make wise the counsels of the men who sway, the Britons here, the Britons far away. And grant us all that every rightness willed, in this beginning, reign may be fulfilled.
Ben,
Yes, Owen.
what was that?
It was something from the coronation of King George V, because I thought they might like a bit of history.
Did they like it?
I don't know.
Shall we carry on?
Yeah.
Why have you forsaken me?
I don't know. A random Christian joke.
Is that really necessary?
That's why I didn't make the joke. Owen, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing.
No excuses. Do you think we invent rules for the sake of it?
No, Ben.
Well, we did, and do you know why?
Why, Ben?
So we can tell who will obey the rules. This room, Owen, do you know what this room represents?
What, Ben?
Britain. This room is a microcosm of Britain. And Britain has its own rules and its own structures, and if we want Britain to be a safe and comfortable and green and pleasant land for us to live in and for our children to live in and our children's children to live in, then we must obey the rules, whether we like them or not. Do you understand?
Yes, Ben.
I don't think you do, because if you did, you wouldn't be running up and down this room without any discernible reason or purpose. Don't you want to be part of this microcosm, Owen? Don't you want to be part of Britain, for God's sake, man?
Yes, Ben.
Then don't run around this room without any discernible reason or purpose ever again.
Do you know something? I don't want to belong to the well-to-do middle class. I like my common people best. I belong to the common people.
Well, if everybody went around saying that they were the common people, we'd be surrounded by the common people. I've observed that you consider yourself to be equal to any gentleman.
In myself, not in my class or my education, but in myself I am.
Then why mention the common people at all?
Because the difference between people is not in their class or their education or their manners, but in themselves. Only from the middle classes one gets ideas, and from the common people, life itself. We feel their hates and loves.
Well, in that case, why not just hang around with your father's friends?
Oh, they're rather different.
Oh, no, they are the common people. After all, what kind of person do you actually hang around with nowadays? Those who bat ideas around like the old middle classes used to do. It is you who is snobbish about class. Oh, Owen. All this talk of changing your fate and your destiny and taking your life into your own hands, it doesn't seem to make you very happy.
What is happiness? How am I to be happy?
Well, that's what you must decide for yourself. I don't know, you could meet a girl, surround yourself with a group of close friends, settle down, buy your own place when you have the means. So then you can live and function without all this talk of society and culture and blah.
That's a whole doctrine for life, isn't it? Ease of soul and physical comfort, and I do so despise it.
Oh, you do you? And would you say that yours is a divine discontent?
I don't care about its divinity. So long as life is full and has plenty to do, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid your happiness would bore me.
But you never gave it a chance. Owen, how do you think I would feel as one of your close friends if you were to tell me that your life was an unhappy one?
But that's the life.
Oh, I do not believe there is any more that you could get from an educated working class than you could get from an uneducated middle class.
Never mind. So long as you don't feel life's paltry and a miserable business, it doesn't matter, happiness or not.
But I want you to be happy.
Say rather, you want me to live.
Exactly.
Why didn't you just bloody say so?
I did. At least I think I did. I will always cherish the memories of times gone by. I will remember the joy and the laughter, the heartbreak and the disappointment, because in those wee small moments we shared something beautiful together. The irony now we're sin and we both see what we are. We are two shadows, shadows in a mirror. The same inverted presences that have existed together in twilight but never truly found our place together. And it is in this place that we exist, never knowing, but hoping.
Ben,
Yes, Owen.
I've just found out something really fascinating.
Okay, go for it.
Did you know that man is primarily motivated by hunger?
I thought it was sex.
You show a starving man a naked woman and a pizza, which do you think he's going to go for?
Well, if he's starving hungry, he's got any sense to pizza.
Well, that's what I was thinking, because have you ever tried to have sex when you're hungry?
Yes, you can't do it, you can't concentrate on what you're doing. You just think, God, I could really go for a kebab.
Yeah, exactly. But maybe I've simplified it a bit too much, so let's contextualise it.
Context away then. How big's the pizza and what's on it?
Well, it's a 14-inch meat feast with ham, chicken, onions, red onions, red...
Oh, Owen, you had me at red onions.
Ah, thank you. And to make it a bit more difficult, it's got anchovies on it.
Oh, that doesn't make it difficult at all, I love anchovies.
You like anchovies?
Yeah, I love the little fishy bastards.
Well, that's really weird, because a lot of people don't like anchovies.
No, I love them. Bit unusual to have them on a meat feast, I
like I say, if I was starving hungry, I would actually have to say pizza.
No, I would as well, because...
You can't concentrate on what you're doing when you're hungry.
Exactly. What's the best pizza you ever had?
You know what? I can't honestly say I've ever had the best pizza of my life yet. But I can tell you the best takeaway experience I've ever had.
What was that?
I'd just been to see Billy Connolly at the Hammersmith Apollo with my sister, and we came out and we were starving hungry. And went into the first takeaway shop we could find. We had a large chicken kebab with salad and barbecue sauce and everything on it. Gorgeous. And yeah, that's the best takeaway experience I've ever had in my life.
Oh, you have to let me know the name of it sometime.
Oh, well, if I ever get around to Googling it, because I don't actually know what it was called.
Ben,
Yes, Owen?
do you know what?
What?
Time to wrap things up.
What? Already?
Yes.
Oh, can we have one more song before we go?
Oh, go on then.
Oh, yay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes, Owen?
you've been a wonderful audience. Thank you so much for coming.
It's been our absolute pleasure to razzle you, dazzle you, thrill you, stimulate you, grill you, fry you, and do you over easy on both sides.
So, oh, Ben, did you want to say something about high definition?
Oh, yes, before we leave, tonight's performance was brought to you in high definition, surround sound, and was sponsored by the Hash Key.
So it's a good night for Mr. Addy.
And it's a good night for Mr. Jones. Thank you.